Hi, this is Atmir with the US stock highlights for Friday the 4th of December here on Share Talk. Starting off with Aqua Bounties, where we've hit one of our more ambitious targets here. We're initially looking for the $5.80 area, then $8, and that's been achieved today. I suppose all that's left now really is an end of day close through today's resistance, say $8.37 at the moment, or $8.40 area, I suppose, really. And that could give us the final target there, up towards the spike that we had at the beginning of 2018, just shy of $10. So above $8.40, up towards $10 is a best case scenario target for Aqua Bounty. Next up is a stock which is, I think, relatively new to our particular sweep. Here we've got Bcrx holdings, or pharmaceuticals rather. Here we've broken that main resistance line there from the end of 2018. That was around the $5 mark, and while we're above that particular line, looking for the top of the rising trend channel from September, currently pointing as high as $7.50, hopefully as soon as the end of next month. Any dips, I suppose, towards back towards the $5 area, but not breaking it, would currently be regarded as a technical buy opportunity. Can't resist at looking at the next stock, BlackBerry, because it seems like a stock for the noughties or the 2010s, not the 2020s. But hopefully here it is, and here you can see that we had the gap higher just over the last week. And what's really impressive here, which you don't normally get, is that the shares have not really pulled back from the spike at all. Each of the days that we've had since then have been higher than the floor of the top of the gap there, at around the what's that level, around $6.92. While we're above that on an end of day close basis, looking for a fresh leg to the upside, hopefully as high as a relatively obscure resistance line there from December last year, currently pointing as high as $12.50. So above $6.92 on an end of day close basis, looking for $12 plus, which would be quite a coup for BlackBerry, and hopefully that could be seen as soon as the end of next month. Less famous play coming up now to look at, and here we've got Cldr, which sounds to me that it could be a stock with a future. Here we've broken the resistance line there from June, and that was also breaking the $11.80 level. While we're above that on an end of day close basis, looking for the top of the rising trend channel from this time last year, currently pointing as high as $16, and hopefully that could be hit by the end of next month. But we've got to hold that $11.80 level, so not a bad risk-reward offering there. Next up, a stock which is a rather curious name, FANG DD. Here we've got a situation where there has obviously been some basing going on since that spike that you saw a year or so ago on the shares. But what's interesting here now is that we've broken above we've gapped above the 200-day moving average. That's currently at $9.30, and while we're above that on an end of day close basis, looking for a retest of the best levels of the day to date, towards the $14 level, which would be basically the resistance of the last year or so in the near term, so the latter part of the last year to date. If we go back below $8, then I suppose the whole bullish scenario here would be broken, as we'd be back below the November resistance area and neckline resistance on the setup that we have. But certainly while we're above the $9.40 area and the 200-day line, looking for a retest of the main $14 resistance. On to next play, which is Iconix Brand Group, and here a healthy looking setup, in the sense that we've broken that line of resistance from June, and the low of the day still above that 99 cents level where the resistance line is. The view here is that while we're above that broken line from June, we could retest the June resistance. That was through towards the $1.80 level, and $1.90 level in fact, and that could be seen hopefully over the next 1 to 2 months. This stage only really back below the November uptrend line, and that's at 85 cents, really delaying the upside scenario for Iconics brand group. Now a stock which has done very well indeed and done exactly what the bulls would have wanted it to do, Mack Pharmaceuticals. Beautiful inside day breakout today, and just hopefully about to hit the top of the rising trend channel that I drew previously from basically the middle of November last year. That was promising a target towards $7.50 or $7.60, and hopefully we'll get that over the next either later today or early next week. The upside scenario really valid while we hold above today's intraday low, running at $6.15. And if you're looking for a bigger target than the $7.50 plus area, then one would be looking to a line of resistance basically that one can draw from the middle of last year, and that's pointing up towards the $10 area, hopefully by the end of next month, if we get a decent end of day close through $7.50. Onto a stock which hopefully will start taking advantage of the recent rise in the crude oil price, Occidental Petroleum. It seems to be that the market rather reticent in terms of backing the oil and gas sectors, even though things should in theory be back to normal within months because of the vaccine. Rising trend channel here from October or the end of September. Floor of the channel currently running at $15.25, and while we're above that, looking for a top of channel target as high as $25, hopefully as soon as the end of next month. The bullish scenario backed by the way that we've got the 200-day moving average also near the $15 mark, and that should help support the shares on any possible dips. Just a few to go now. First one is coming up right now, Pioneer Power Solutions. Here we've had a gap to the upside. What we're looking for is a gap, an end of day close above last month's late resistance. That was running at $5.45 rather. And while we're above that on an end of day close basis, if we can get an end of day close above that today, we would be looking for a retest of October resistance up there at $9.43, hopefully over the next 1 to 2 months. Upside scenario, I suppose, would be delayed by an end of day close back below today's intraday floor at $4.81, but hopefully we'll get that $5.45 plus close, weekly close today on Pioneer Power Solutions. Going on to a stock which is very encouraging indeed at the moment, Pdsb Biotechnology Corporation. I think it's probably one of the better examples of a sort of an initial setup just being formed. It's always nice to have a fresh situation. Here we've had a break of the 50-day moving average at $2.18 and that line of resistance from late August. So an end of day close above that, we should be heading higher for this situation. Probably the best case scenario target at the moment up towards $4.70, which is that August resistance line projection, and also retests the highs of that month towards $5. So hopefully a journey towards the $5 area over the course of December and going into January. Only back below, I suppose, $2 really delaying or killing the bull scenario for PDS. Finishing off today with a stock which I've seen a lot of people very keen on for some reason, Zscaler. Here we've had well, the technical reason for being excited is the gap through previous resistance, that old peak there at $1.6380, above that on an end of day close basis, and we are looking towards a line of resistance as the target up towards the $217 area. That was from June, that resistance line projection, and hopefully that would be hit by the end of next month while we hold above the $1.63 level. That's it for me today and this week. See you again on Monday.